Hi guys, I'm Duncan and I'm from Hickies Music Store.
Hi, I'm Russ and I'm a teacher here at the Hickies Music School.
And today we're doing a gig for £1,000.
Indeed. So the task for today was to see how much gear we can possibly get that is gig worthy, that you'd be willing to go up on stage with for £1,000 or less.
Let's get into the video.
Indeed, let's do this. So we're choosing guitars now, right, Duncan?
Yep, so choosing guitars, so bearing in mind we wanted to keep it as kind of cheap as possible, but still good quality, because it's got to be under that £1,000 mark.
Yes.
One which I was looking at was this Gretsch Streamliner. It's absolutely fantastic for the price range. I mean, it's a beautiful looking guitar, it's got some dirty humbuckers in there as well.
Oh, it sounds amazing. Your demo of it was so good, it sounds great.
I mean, it's absolutely beautiful, but 336 kind of seems a little bit expensive for me. I mean, I'm also a Telecaster guy in my home setup, so I mean, one which I do have is the Squire Thin Line from Classic Vibe.
Yeah.
That one is absolutely fantastic, but I mean, with that price, you're looking at about 393.
Similar territory, right? Yeah.
So, one which is good for £244, you do have the Squire Cabronita.
Nice.
Which is absolutely fantastic. I mean, if we have a look at this one. If you look at that, it's absolutely stunning.
Look at that, that's pretty awesome.
We do get the Fidelitron pickups in it as well, which
nice.
They are a beast of a pickup.
Yep.
Simple controls, I mean, just a toggle switch and a volume control as well. I mean, this is basically what I would use at home.
Fab.
So I think this is definitely going to be my guitar for £244.
Nice choice.
So what guitars are you going to choose, Russ?
So, my first pick, and one that I was umming and ahhing about for ages, but I decided to change at the last minute, and you'll see why, is this pretty cool PRS SE Standard 245. For starters, just take a look at that finish. It looks stunning. Absolutely love the way that it plays, and the upper fret access is absolutely genius. The only thing that I would have potentially changed, however, would be the pickups, because don't get me wrong, they sound good, but I would probably prefer to swap them for some Seymour Dunkers or something, which would probably just ramp the price up to like a good solid £500, which is just way out of budget for this task. So, not too bad, but we'll see about my other choice in a sec. So, this was my second choice, and after umming and ahhing about what I was going to do, I thought that this was just by far the best guitar that I could possibly get for the money. For a start, it's £336, which is below the budget that I estimated, about £400 for myself. The pickups sound absolutely second to none. They are amazing. It's light, and to be fair, it's nearest as I can get to like a 335E, sound of Gibson kind of feeling vibe, including like some nice kind of kidney bean style tuners and everything. What do you think of this? Do you like it?
Oh, it's absolutely fantastic. I mean, it looks beautiful and absolutely sounds stunning as well.
Yeah, look at that finish, man. It's just awesome. So that's my guitar, and we'll take a look at amps next.
Awesome.
So what about amps now then, Duncan?
That's right. So, yeah, so I mean, in terms of amp-wise, I would love to go for something like a Fender Deluxe.
Oh, who wouldn't? They're amazing.
Or a Princeton as well. I mean, those are absolutely fantastic clean amps, but unfortunately, they're just a little bit out of our budget range. I could go something like a modeling amplifier for like cubes, but I kind of want that valve power. So good thing is Fender brought out this lovely bass breaker 007, which is £268, which for a valve amplifier is absolutely fantastic. Comes with an EL84 in it as well, so you get that real dirty sound. So I definitely think this is the amp which I'm going to choose.
Fabulous.
So what amps are you going to choose?
So I have to do one honourable mention, which is that I can't live in my rig at home without my Hot Rod Deluxes, and more importantly, my Blues Deluxe. We don't have one installed, but we normally do, right? Because you guys get it.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's a fantastic amp.
I mean, it's my favourite amp of all time, and the tweediness of it is just awesome. I just love it. Adore it in every way. But unfortunately, even the Deluxe, the normal Hot Rod Deluxe, is just way over budget.
Yeah, they're a little expensive, aren't they?
And as you discussed, you know, you want to have something that's quite a driven kind of, tube sound.
Yeah.
I was thinking about going through something solid state, but I just couldn't find the crunch that I wanted from my bluesy kind of rock vibe, because essentially my rig is going to be very dominated into like classic rock and blues. So we're going to have a look at what I would consider the middle ground between this and solid state amps. So Hughes & Kettner need no introduction as far as I'm concerned. They're one of the coolest amp brands around today. They've got wicked engineering. They come in all these awesome little lunchbox sizes or whatever. When I was looking at my budget, I was kind of like, oh, what am I going to get that's going to be, sound great and look cool and have all the vibe that I wanted. And then I saw this little TM5 here, and I was just like, oh, I had to do it. And of course, the best thing about this, check this out, is that,
would you look at that?
Blue. You got to have the blue. Sounds great, and of course, you know, you want to have a decent sounding amp regardless of size, and I think, you know, in a modern day live performance, you know, sector, you don't need the big amps of yesteryear.
Well, that's going to be easy to carry around. So.
Totally, you're going to get it to your gig easier and faster. It's not going to break your back, and it's not going to break your bank either. And of course, you can go through live sound with, you know, having it mic'd up and stuff, so you don't need to go completely balls to the wall loud. Great amp, and the blue, of course. So we're on the pedals now, sir. What are you going to pick?
Pedals, so I'm definitely going to need a overdrive pedal.
Yes.
A booster one, which I could choose out of here. The MXR Custom Shop.
Oh, look at that.
This is great because this actually has a boost function as well as an overdrive.
Nice.
So I use it more on the boost function, which is absolutely fantastic. So this is definitely going to be one of my choices.
Nice, and it's MXR Custom Shop.
That's
right?
it, MXR Custom Shop.
Nice.
So you know it's going to be absolutely
the
amazing.
business, yeah.
Okay, so next on my list, I am going to need a delay pedal as well.
Okay.
So one which I really do like, which came out, was the Waza Craft Delay by Boss.
Wazas are awesome.
Yes, definitely. So this one here.
Yeah.
This is absolutely fantastic. It gives you a really warm sound as well. So this is definitely going to be my choice for that. So I've got a couple of £100 left. Out of that, I'm probably, I really love fuzz. Fuzz is really one of my tones, so I'm definitely going to go for the Band of Gypsies fuzz.
Nice. Good choice.
Get you all that kind of Hendrix tone which you love. And then I've got just enough for kind of one more pedal. So that one more pedal has got to be an RB5.
Okay.
Get some nice kind of reverb sounds in there as well. So I definitely think...
So let's have a look at those all lined up. Oh, that's a nice selection. I love that you've got the fuzz in there as well.
That's it.
You've got a different kind of distortion sound and your classic delay and reverb. So you've got some nice time-based effects there. Nice.
Yeah.
I like
so what about pedals?
So I was considering this very carefully. And in my budget, I kind of estimated that I'd get about 3 pedals out of my entire rig. But I was surprised to just about squeeze in 4. I considered what the modern kind of player needs on stage, and I know it's ridiculous to kind of have to budget it in, but it's something that we all need, which is a chromatic tuner. Now, I don't know about you, Duncan, but I would never live without one of those on stage.
Of course, yeah.
You just need it like in between songs just to double check, and of course it cancels your signal or whatever. Then I wanted, you know, a nice thick distortion sound that could also be, you know, a tightener for when I'm on a driven channel on the amplifier. And I wanted this, baby, which is
that's beautiful.
Indeed the 78 Custom Badass distortion. It can do everything from like fuzzy kind of tones on kind of that kind of setting to more like Marshall-y styled voiced distortion sounds. So I just thought, you know, have to get that really, and it was quite, you know, cheap considering it, 80 quid. That's not too bad for an MXR. And then to have a nice time kind of delay on, I decided to get the carbon copy, which again needs no introduction. This pedal is fantastic. It's on so many people's boards, and for good reason. And of course, being into the sparkly stuff, sparkly green.
That's it, and it's an industry standard as well.
Indeed, and I think as well. Oh yeah, you can have.
You can see that it glows in the dark as well on the little knobs there.
And to finish off the rig, I've got your classic Crybaby, which quite frankly is one of the most iconic pedals ever made. Everybody from Clapton to Hendrix has used this. Like, it's a fantastic pedal. Just sounds like nothing else really, does it? Like, gotta have a Crybaby. So this is pretty much everything we're on budget, except for one little sneaky thing that I had to sneak in, just purely for the basis of the fact that, you know, I had a little bit of money left over.
What are you gonna add in?
Well, we'll soon find out, sir. So, my sneaky purchase here. So, I want to stand up when I'm rocking out on stage. I don't want to have to sit down, Duncan. So, we got these in store, I don't know how much, about a month ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was about a month ago.
And these are amazing. These are right on straps. Never heard of them before, but a rep and everything was talking to us about these. They're great. To be honest, like I love the ethics of them as well, because they're technically vegan straps, but they are amazing. They look great. They're only like 30 quid. They've got very good weight reduction on them. And they're really cleverly designed in as much as you can put a strap lock on them and still adjust like the length with this Phillips head kind of adjuster. So, and they just come in all these awesome colours. I mean, look at that. It's kind of like an Aztec vibe.
They're our most popular straps now.
Oh man, they're just so cool. I can totally understand why. So I'm not going to be sitting down like I'm at a folk gig. I'm going to be rocking out like in my kind of bluesy rock sort of style, and I'm going to be having one of these sneakily for my £30. So yes, this is my rig. I'm really happy with how it's all turned out. So this is my clean channel without any kind of effects or anything. In a bluesy bluesy kind of context, it's more like this. Kind of springy kind of setting with the carbon copy. And then I've got my overdrive channel, which is of course coming straight from the amp, which is more like this obviously. And then I've got a lead like kind of sound, which is going to be courtesy of my 78 distortion, like on top of that distorted channel, with my wah for like that extra touch of lead. So I'll give you an example of that. So here we go. Yeah, it just makes those
fuzzy.
Those BB style vibratos sound sick on it,
That's
man.
Beautiful.
And then of course I've got my wah as well for the 60s. So what's your gear looking like?
Alright, so if I'm just going clean, I haven't got such a clean sound. I mean, I can get a clean sound out of the bass breaker, but yeah, I mean, I got a little bit dirty. That's how I kind of like it. So then when I really kind of kick on my overdrive, it real boosts it. So this will be my kind of clean channel as such. So. It's nice kind of bluesy. So then what happens then is when I kick on my MXR Il Torino overdrive, I've got it set as like a little boost setting, so you get this. Really, really fat, man. I mean, you got nice bluesy tones in that as well, like. As well as that, I have got a Band of Gypsies fuzz bass. This is great for just thickening out for anything kind of Hendrix. I mean, if I go on the neck pick When you add that on as well, I mean, this is what I do on my home setup. When you add that on with the boost and then add that over the top, it's noisy, but you get a lovely kind of loose sound. So like. So it's great for if you're really busting out a solo. Then for a little bit of ambience as well, if I try to clean it up, I can roll off. These pickups clean up really nicely. Kicking a delay on with the RV5 as well. Room. That's it. You get like a nice kind of. I mean, I've got it on the what's that? I've got it on the modulated reverb. So it's like a little shimmer in the background, nice. And then with that delay, it's just a very slight delay.
So we hope you like today's video. That was a lot of fun. I think you enjoyed it.
Yeah,
it just goes to show that you can get a lot for £1,000.
Oh yeah, for £1,000, you don't really need all the pedals as such as well. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could just go guitar into the amp, and I mean that would do you for a gig-worthy setup. I mean, both of us kind of that's about kind of £500-600 as well.
Totally.
You can add the pedals on as like a little bonus, but they're not.
Your core rig fundamentally is your guitar and amp.
That's it, guitar and amp, and for £1,000 you can get really good setup for that.
I mean, and both of these amps as well, I mean, they may be small, but they pack out some serious heat, man.
Oh, definitely. I mean, volume-wise, I think we're both running at just about half.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they've got a lot more to give. A lot more to give.
And besides, you can just mic them up live as well.
That's
I think, you know, lunchbox-size amps are the way forward. Guitar making as well. I mean, you can just get such quality instruments for so cheap now, really, can't you?
And they
it's
look beautiful. It's gone now where the cheaper guitars didn't look as good. They're looking fantastic now.
And in terms of pedals, I mean, these are interchangeable based on your style, right? I mean, but I think we picked gear that fundamentally reflects their style.
Yeah, I mean, this is really close to what I use at home, so...
And to be fair, like ES335 Gibson that's my thing, really, so...
Awesome. Well, I've been Duncan.
And I've been Russ.
And we'll see you in the next one.
Take care, guys.